The reason that most people feel stuck is that they haven't taken enough action. And what I mean by taking enough action is they probably thought about their feelings around being stuck, maybe what's holding them back, or the things that are getting in the way, or perhaps the sort of things that they cannot control, right? If you think back to the sphere of influences, there are things that you can control, there are things that you can influence, and there are things that are just simply out of your control. The problem is when we start to weigh heavily on the anxiety and the worry about the things we can't control, we continue to have that same level, if not increase that level of stuckness. The only way to really get yourself unstuck is through action. And as I just got off of this podcast where I talked about this for about an hour, the thing that I think is the biggest level unlock for me and should be for you is figuring out how to take meaningful action. You need to put away things like what people think about you or how they might perceive you. Post, write the thing, right? Try the thing out. That's the key. You can't worry about external factors about how am I going to be perceived or what is this going to look like. You have to just bias towards action. The second part of this is really making sure that when you are feeling stuck, and this could be stuck in any domain of your life, it could be stuck in the relationships you have, this could be stuck in your health journey and your fitness and whatever that looks like for you, could be stuck in your learning, like you feel like you're not doing enough around your own learning or development or your progress. When you think about areas like that and feeling stuck in those domains, your easiest way out is to figure out what question you're trying to pursue. I've really changed and relaxed my stance on goals. I think goals are necessary for people that can really conceptualize what that means for themselves, but sometimes setting a goal isn't always the best thing for you. Sometimes it's actually easier to set a question and then find a way to frame that question in. And the next phase of that is once you have the question framed in, is to figure out what frequency and duration am I willing to deploy for this particular question? And a question could sound like really anything in your life. This could be your professional life as well. For me, it's all about the content. What does it mean to get on here and produce the content? And if I commit to writing, in this case, and I commit to writing over the next 10 weeks, one article per week, I just want to find out what happens at the end of that week. So that's the duration, 10 weeks. The frequency is one time per week. Can I push something out over the next 10 weeks, right? So that I have 10 articles across the next 10 weeks. At the end of that, I should have some information that is telling me, yes, things are starting to work or things are starting to unfold in front of me. New paths are starting to reveal themselves. But I first have to figure out what that question is. So it might start with a what or how. So how might I go about publishing 10 articles over the next 10 weeks, right? Figuring out a way to frame that in using frequency and duration. My set of actions, I'm going to sit down every Tuesday, brainstorm the idea. I'm going to draft it on Wednesdays, and I'm going to try to publish on Thursdays, right? Whatever that looks like for you in the domain that you're trying to solve for. After you have that figured out, then you have to take the next step, which is the uncomfortable action. You have to let go of what people think about you. You have to let go of how others might perceive you at work. Trust me, no one's watching and it's okay. And if you're like me and you have 0 followers on certain platforms, that's actually a better space to be because it's almost like a big permission slip to suck just for a little bit. And it's okay. You will survive it. But I can promise you, over the next however long you've decided, whatever your duration is, you will make improvements. You will improve things like your communication, your ability to not just be a collector of dots, but a connector of dots. You will improve your outputs, whatever that looks like for you. So if it's going to the gym 4 times a week and you've committed to that for the next 6 weeks, you will notice a real change in how you feel and how you act. Because guess what? No one's going to get good at the gym or look different in their clothes after just 2 days at the gym. So, you being able to put in that work across frequency and duration is what's going to separate your actions and what you gain as a result or your progress. And again, these are just progress markers. They're not destinations. They're not places to be, right? I don't know what's going to happen at the end of 10 weeks of posting my articles across, but I will have a stack of proof that I am a writer. I'm going to be able to say that, yes, I'm writing more as a result of these 10 weeks in this little experiment that I'm running on myself. So I think, again, two things are at play here. One is figuring out what your question is and what you want to do, and then determining the set of actions that's actually going to lead you to some meaningful progress. Now, I will say this is going to require some steady consistency. You're not just going to be able to do it for 2 days and then not come back to it for a week and then say, oh, I'll pick it back up in a few weeks. You're going to feel different if you do it that way. You really just got to commit whatever comes out, just like this sort of one draft, no script kind of video that I'm making now. This type of process or creation for yourself is what's going to separate you. Because if I did 15 of these videos, right, I should be different by video number 15 than I am on video number 1, right? And that's the key. Real steady progress up and to the right over time. And again, the levels that you're going to unlock are going to be noticeable by others for sure. If you were pursuing that fitness one, you're going to look different. If you're pursuing the content one, you're going to sound different. You're going to be able to communicate differently. You're going to be able to synthesize large bits of information much more quickly than you would had you not been producing content. And that's the level that you need to unlock, that steady consistency over time for your own development. I hope this helps. It was front of mind for me. I wanted to share it with everyone here or the 5 people that are watching. If you want more content like this, give me the feedback. Write something here or like the video. That will tell me that, hey, you're on the right track. Continue to develop things like this. If you want more from me, there are a few places you can find me. Take a look in my bio and we can go from there. Thanks for all you do.